Hey guys, Corey back here with Iconic Speed and Design. I wanted to share with you guys, if you're making your own thumbnail shrinking dies, I've built and kind of mastered these over the last 3 years. You guys might ask, like, how do you master building these dies? Well, there is a secret. Most dies that I've seen, and I've talked to people, according to thumbnail shrinking dies, they will shrink. The problem is you got more planishing work on the other end due to the fact that the dies are really marring. It's shrinking, but it's marring the metal, which some people, they don't mind as long as they can get the shape, and that's fine. But I'm trying to do it as a real coach builder to try to make the minimal amount of work to get the most progress out of the panel. So these are the thumbnail dies that I made. This thumb is like a Yoder style thumbnail. It's convex this way and uphill, where most of your thumbnail shrinking dies you're going to see more of just a ramp. I believe, I can't remember because it's been 3 years ago, but I believe thumbnail dies are usually around, I think, I could be wrong, either 8 or 10 degree slope. But the biggest deal is obviously no sharp corners. That's kind of obvious deal. But on most of them, this looks sharp. This isn't your main priority. This is what's just basically stretching the metal so it can basically form the tuck. No magic happens here. Nothing. Everything is in this top die, and I'll go over that in a minute. I'm going to show you, this is running this die in and stopping, and then I'll show you some on the hammer what it does. But as you could see that's pretty much just a straight form. There's no hammer marks, there's no chisel marks of beating on it or anything like that. So my secret that I will share with you guys, that some of my mentors said they'll give me 90% of the information, the 10% you've got to figure out. Well, I think I figured it out, and I'm going to share it with you guys. According to Cal Davis, who basically did some stuff in Crossville, Tennessee, he built power hammers. I think he ended up selling that kind of line to the Mittler Brothers deal. But what he's researched, and he's gone now, but the pocket does not matter the depth. The form is the form. But what I've noticed is inside here, it was still sharp going in, and it was a little bit relieved. But the more I relieved it, so it's almost like, if you're picturing my hands, it's almost like this. When you get out to here, it's almost laying over flat, and it's to guide that metal. This has all been relieved. That's the secret. And if you, I don't know if I'm gonna show it, you'll see the hit pattern inside this, and it's only about yay big. That's what's crushing. And it's right behind where the thumbnail hits. You can see that fog gray area. And then you'll see the mirror image of it on this die. But as you could see, so I was playing with these, and I thought I would share with you guys, is the relief in here. And it can't just be relieved over this way to funnel in. It has to be relieved over this way and this way. And it opens it up. But like, this is all soft. And the more that you can transition that, when it goes into the metal, it's just forming. This is 5052 aluminum. So you can see it's just leaving a light faint line where it stopped, but there's no lines coming across the tuck. So as I go back out, depending on my speed or your speed, as you pull it back out, that's where it's going to start taking this tuck and crushing it on its way out, which is shrink. And I'm just going to show you. So this is what it's going to look like. I did this panel 10 minutes ago. I bent this in the break at a 3/4 inch every 1/8 inch increment in a break, and I got it rolled to a 90, which I still got a metal finish. But I needed this is the top of a door, so I needed it to curve. And as you can see from here, it's curved. And all I did, and these dies with the lower tool post handle that holds it, I could only shrink into here. which is fine because this is going to get bent over. But you could see plain as day that this has a curve. That's the advantage of using thumbnail. You could use a deep throat shrinker, but you're going to mar it up. So I do have some marks in this, but this is these marks that you see. So this is my speed, I guess you'd say, coming out of the machine. If you could see those marks, but they're smooth, that's right out of the shrinking machine. So for me, I hardly even have to planish. I mean, I've got to get that out, but I mean, that's minimal compared to what you see some shrinking dies that just leave all kinds of chatter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to the machine and I will show you, I got to put these back in, but I will show you the ramp up and the ramp out of what it looks like. All right, so I got my test piece, I cut it on an arc, and I did bend it just for, you know, the video. So I got my dies back in, I got the motor running. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a pass. I'm going to show you how clean it cuts. So as you can see, it's still leaving the V mark in a way, but look, I could take it out, but it's just sheet metal. So that's if you see little lines in there on the video, I don't know if you can, that's my speed running in. And they're real close together, but if I was to go slower, they would get closer and closer, which would be eventually vanish. So that's a tuck going in. And you can already see the panel is bubbling up here. So I'm going to close it, and I'll do this panel in a matter of seconds. And I'll show you how fast that these thumbnails work. So I just kind of went in a line, and you could see in a matter of seconds, and you could see it starting to pucker. I'm going to do another set real quick. That's the second set. I'm gonna tighten up this edge because it's still loose. As you guys could see, it's rolling it over if I was to keep shrinking. And I'll wipe the film off. That's the finish that it's leaving. There's a little bit of marking, but most of the ones that I've seen leave a lot more marks than that. So which means it's less planishing. But I'm going to continue to roll this edge over, and I'll show you. So what I'm doing, I'm tightening up that edge, but you could see now where I've got it starting to come around. This would be blended with some radial stretch dies like in a planishing hammer, but like, so if I wanted it to be flat, but I wanted that curvature, so this is now flat in a way, And then now I've got that, and you guys seen that was all. And then this this is just form, so I could take some more of that out as it gets flatter. But I figured I'd share this video with you guys. If you guys are making your own thumbnail shrinking dies, there is a secret. I've played with it. Numerous people have kind of coached me, and I'm thankful for that. But it took me 3 years to get what I've got. And these dies, they make you work faster, and time is money. So I appreciate you guys watching my videos and stuff like that. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Check back in with me. Go over to my other social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook. I'm constantly doing stuff in the shop now that I've gotten the clear bill of health with all my kidney issues. So stay tuned, and I've got some other videos kind of in the works that I want to do with the Pullmax, the one that I built. And I also am going to be building a Chicago pneumatic big planishing hammer in the near future. But lately I've been working on the Model A, building hoods. I've got to build an aluminum roof. I've been working on a 30 Buick Speedster. Got a lot going on, so just bear with me. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for watching this video.